Today is only the second day of the National Day holiday, but where has everyone gone? The streets are silent, the shops are empty, and not a single customer walks in. Beijing feels deserted. The subway stations are eerily quiet. Even during the so-called Golden Week, there are barely any people in sight. This is Wangjing Street, in the heart of Wangjing. Yet food delivery riders have vanished from the roads. This is what October 1st looks like now. The holiday atmosphere is pure emptiness. It's already 8 p.m., and even Shanghai looks like a ghost city. The streets are hollow, lifeless. At Pudong International Airport, Terminal 2, October 2nd. The departure gates are almost completely empty, and in Beijing, the main roads that once overflowed with cars and crowds are silent. Even near the Bird's Nest and the Water Cube, the city's most famous landmarks, total quiet. I laugh to myself, maybe I'm a genius. While others once fought traffic jams, I now enjoy the scenery alone. So smart, right? But look around. There's no one here. Olympic Park is empty. Chang'an Avenue has no cars. This is how Beijing celebrates a holiday. But why? This is the Golden Week, yet where is the gold? From new districts to old neighborhoods, the streets are cold and lifeless. This year's October 1st is nothing like last year's, emptier, quieter, lonelier. Just a stray dog here, a lone passerby there. There's no one in tourist spots, no one in the cities, no one even in the countryside. Where have they all gone? Are they lost, or just staying home? In Xiamen, the markets on October 2nd are as deserted as during Lunar New Year. It feels off. In the past, streets glowed red with flags and lanterns. The festive spirit was everywhere. Even cars carried little flags. But not this year. The joy is gone. Walking through Guangzhou, I was shocked. The flags that once covered the streets have disappeared. Milk tea shops have no lines. Malls are hollow and dim. How bad is this year's economy? In the past, from October 1st to 5th, shops couldn't even catch a breath. Customers nonstop, tables turning all day. But this year, the same streets are dead silent. No cars, no people, nothing. At Yuntai Mountain, this might be the quietest national day in history. A street once packed with tourists now stands nearly empty. Even at the train station on October 2nd, hardly anyone. Is this really a holiday? Shop owners stand by their doors, waiting for customers who never come. The emptiness feels colder than winter. Streets are wide open, highways perfectly smooth, not a trace of the usual traffic. It's unsettling. This year's National Day is truly bleak. Shops have no customers, guest houses have no bookings, and every business owner says the same. This is the worst Golden Week we've ever seen. Many say their hearts feel cold, colder than ice. This holiday unfolds under the shadow of an economic collapse. Beijing and Shanghai have turned into ghost cities overnight. Tourist attractions once bursting with life now echo in silence. People aren't spending, not even in China's biggest cities. Across the country, videos tell the same story, the bleakest Golden Week in China's history. Business owners are crying in despair. The sea of red flags that once symbolized pride has faded, as if the struggling people are slowly turning away. It feels like the end of an era. Have you noticed it too? This year's National Day isn't lively anymore. Fewer shoppers, fewer cars, fewer crowds. Social media used to be filled with traffic jams. Now it's just quiet. People aren't spending, not even celebrating. It feels like the whole country has lost its will. This year's National Day holiday feels hauntingly quiet. The Changsha subway is nearly empty, not a crowd in sight. In past years, the trains were jam-packed, but now it's empty. Maybe people have no money to spend, or maybe they've just lost the desire to go anywhere. The hotel business this October can be summed up in 4 words: too miserable to watch. Add 4 more, a complete defeat. This should have been the busiest week of the year, the legendary Golden Week. But now, people in the tourism industry can only sigh, forget it, it's too painful. Can you believe it? Dali has no tourists during National Day. It's almost 5 p.m., and 80 hotel rooms are still unsold. This is Lijiang Old Town on October 2nd, and it's supposed to be the holiday peak. I opened my shop early, waiting for guests, but not one passerby walked by. Lijiang's Old Town feels like a ghost town. People glance at the clothes, ask the price, then walk away silently. No bargaining, no joy, just quiet emptiness. Is this really the National Day? There's almost no one around. Or have people gone somewhere else? Even if they have, the crowds are still thinner than a normal day. It's strange, unsettlingly strange. October 2nd, Golden Week, 9:12 p.m. The public square is nearly deserted. Where did everyone go? I checked last year's records. I earned 10 times more than this year. Without comparison, you don't feel the pain. With it, the loss hits like a punch. This year, the crowds have completely vanished. It's the quietest National Day I've ever seen. Look at the ticket gates. No tourists, no lines. Isn't this supposed to be the busiest holiday of the year? Even Mount Tai on October 1st, barely any visitors. You'd think the mountain would be packed, but it's empty. This Golden Week has turned into a lonely week. In past years, at this time, you couldn't even move through the crowds. But now, look around. Only a few scattered people. Despite the heat, no one's even buying water. October 1st, 2025. Wenming Village. Empty. Silent. Not even the off-season was ever this quiet. My social media is full of posts about 2-hour lines at Tiananmen Square, crowds at the Forbidden City, Wangjing packed with people. But when I went to see it with my own eyes, there was no one. Right across from me is the Temple of Heaven's East Gate. Who said the park is full? It's completely empty. I walked to Wangjing Street. Still no one. Where did everyone go? Why are the streets dead? Even the sightseeing tram has no passengers. I rode along Wangjing Avenue. Not a single tourist. Heppingmen, also empty. Chang'an Avenue, near Oriental Plaza, normally so lively, now strangely quiet. You can't even get close to Tiananmen Square. Police have blocked off parts of the road. Bicycles are banned. Pedestrians need reservations. Everything feels restricted, controlled, surreal. At Capitol Tower, the same eerie calm. Where did all the tourists go? From the first day of the holiday, the crowd simply vanished. This year is not normal. In past years, 7 days, 8 days didn't matter. The first 3 were always booming for business. But this year, no one. From day 1, something's off. And down in Guangzhou, the weather itself feels strange. 35, even 36 degrees in October, hotter than summer. Tourist sites are said to be empty. I didn't go out this year, but it truly feels like people have disappeared. Today's the second day of the holiday. I went to buy groceries and saw how much this year's National Day has crushed local shops in Dongguan. Most stores are closed. The owners have gone home. Everywhere I walked, shutters down. Only a few fruit shops and small eateries remain open. Even on the 7th floor, almost every store is closed. Look around. No people, no sound, no life. In cities like Dongguan and Shenzhen, the streets are deserted. Why is it so silent this year? It doesn't even feel like a holiday. No flags, no decorations, no joy. Even before the holiday started, on September 30th, Beijing had already turned into an empty city. Major roads were wide open, no traffic at all. On the Jingmi Expressway, cars have vanished. On Gongti East Road, not a soul in sight. Where has everyone gone this National Day? On October 2nd, I rode my bike through Shanghai. The city was empty. Normally, 43 stores open along this street at noon. Today, only 25. Out of 25 million residents, it feels like only 5 million remain. Are you also spending your holiday guarding an empty city? Even Luodian Town, once packed with crowds, is deserted. The main street is silent. In past years, people flooded in during holidays. But not this time. Even the high-speed train from Shenyang to Beijing was nearly empty. Where have all the travelers gone? On October 1st, I went to the mall. No lines, no crowds, no noise. Parking lots were half empty. On Jushan Middle Road, not a single customer walked by. Shopkeepers just sat outside, chatting in boredom. It's the second day of Golden Week, yet not even a shadow of a person in sight. Taxi drivers say this year is unbelievable. No passengers, no business. One man went to the cinema and found himself completely alone. The entire theater, he said, was mine. This year's National Day feels eerily strange. Few people are traveling, restaurants are half empty, and roads are clear. Aside from a few famous attractions, most places are quiet, lifeless. Even guest houses report 0 guests. Streets that were once flooded with tourists are now empty. From Shanghai to Shijiazhuang, Hunan to Shanxi, it's the same story. No crowds, no spending, no energy. Scenic areas that prepared for tens of thousands barely saw 1/10 of that. Shop owners stand helpless at their doors, watching empty streets. People online say the same thing. We have no money, we don't want to go out, we can't afford to spend. This year's National Day, once a symbol of prosperity, has become a silent reminder of how much has changed in China.
Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We will keep reporting on the COVID surge in China, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to get the latest videos. And thank you for tuning in.